Hello, hello, and welcome back to this, in which I have broken my frame rate. So, where are you? Where are you? Oh yeah, right here. So, this monstrosity here, I'm just going to turn the volume down on that. It's kind of based on El Mango's design for a cactus farm, and I found out that if you put this, I need to turn this off. I found out if you put this, hopper minecarts inside the sand, when the cactus lands on top of the sand, which happens quite a lot, this will pick it up before the cactus can destroy it, which is incredibly useful because that means that I can get back the 33% or so, like the third that would be lost otherwise. So anyway, yeah, so welcome to this again, like I said. I've done a lot since the last episode, in which I've just kind of cleared the place out and stuff. Basically, in 2 words, I got sidetracked. I got very, very badly sidetracked, and I think my FPS is actually pretty low because I've not plugged my computer in. Just a moment. Oh no! Oh no! Oh hello! Oh dear! Oh no! Oh no! Oh bloody! Oh no! Oh no! There, I'm back. Okay, so now that I fixed that, I've been getting sidetracked really badly, in which I have kind of put in place, all of this, made it kind of pretty, and I'm going to try and actually, fix this up so it all looks really nice and not just makeshift. Yeah, I've been sidetracked badly. Instead of doing the iron farm, so if I come up here, I did a little bit of the iron farm between episodes, but that was just, building the other section over here. So the objective for today is to finish this off and try and record just in one go, and then maybe just split it up afterwards instead of me just changing up my style is basically what I'm saying. I also kind of found out that oddly the software I'm using for video capture is messing with my audio quality very badly. So hopefully that'll fix it. It'll be a bit echoey, but it'll be clearer than what it was and less kind of jarring when I juxtapose it with actually decent audio from like all the music and time lapses I like to do, because they're like my favourite thing. Okay, so let me see. It's been a while. Yeah, I tend to play games on and off, in which I binge them solid for like weeks on end, and then I sort of get bored. So I've been kind of coming backwards and forwards to this a few bits. So yeah, I got to about this point. What happens here is you've got this gap here now, these doors, and obviously as this farm operates, it opens and shuts this by extending piston. So this breaks the sky axis is what I'm trying to say. So this isn't a valid door until this water is removed. When this piston block fires and then so it removes the water block here, that counts as sky access, which then means that this door then can count as village. It does in the right order with this, and it's all timed so that it just creates tons of villages all stacked up. So to continue with this, I'm going to need to return to the wiki. Not the wiki, sorry. The tutorial video, that's what I meant. I need to return to the tutorial video and try and recap where I was. And also I need the old resources. So let's have a look in here. What we got? Yeah, I've kind of been picking my resources out here to make my base look pretty. So I think I'm going to have to go and get a bit more birch. Now, the materials I'm going to use for this, now normally I'd like to use different coloured concrete for all the various wiring and such like. Though, to be honest, it's just going to sidetrack me even more. I mean, I got all the dyes required, but, well, I made a space for the dyes required and kind of like worked out whether kind of like a primary one that I need to then, create into, other ones. For example, I need lapis blue to create light blue by combining it with white, from bone meal. But, yeah, so I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to use stone slabs, white glass panes, and birch. And then that'll do, and then I can do like some fancy stuff later around the outside, like all the big building around it or whatnot. So I'm going to need to go and get myself a wee cheeky bit more of this birch right here. Now, that's another thing I could do. That glass, I've got the resources now to actually make that properly and fill all the way up, which I think I'm going to do. I'm just going to just cut all this down, and then I'm going to fix that. And I'll just use the birch I've got here to continue with the old iron farm build. Righty-ho, now that that has been completed, I'm going to just leave that to decay as always and get myself some glass from right here. So if I come back here, I should probably have some, let me see, my orange dye. I don't have enough. So it's red. Yeah, I've got plenty of red. I need some yellow. Yeah. I really need to find sunflowers so I can just get like a, you know, non-stop supply. Right, where do I leave my crafting table? So I'll put a crafting table right over here, so I'll use that. Break it down first, and then combine it. That'll probably be enough. I'm going to go and make some more glass. Now, I think I already made some. Let me have a wee look-see. So, having no found any, I've decided to just make myself another wee furnace wall because I can't be trusted to put things back where they're supposed to go. I mean, the one place I haven't checked is the glass chest, but I'm pretty sure I've already mopped it by now. Tis all done. Righty-ho, so I made quite a lot of progress over on the iron farm. I managed to get a lot of the villagers into position. However, I still need to put like 20 more inside here, like at the front of this. And then I need to make another tube over here, which then means I need to get a bit more glass. But I'll just show you what I managed to do here. So, of course, we've still got our spawning floors and our, like, you know, the platforms with all the doors, yeah, those fellas. But I put in like the redstone logic here, which is like this bundle. Is it the brains of the clock? Brains of the clock? Yeah, brains of the machine, which is like a clock. And here you've got yourself, 4 hoppers pointing into each other with a single item in, and then that goes into fade out clocks and all the other things, and then dropper clocks here, and vice versa, and monostable circuits with sand and all sorts of goodies like that. And then it, as you can see, begins to sprawl all over the place. So I think what's left to do, like I said, is I need to put another villager right here, just identical to that. And then I need to bundle up 20 villagers next to the spawning floor. And then I need to put one more piece of redstone. And this thing should be ready to go. Now, at that point, I want to test to see if it works. But obviously, I'm going to have to figure out a way of getting rid of the golems. Because if this does work first time, the golems are going to start stacking up here, and that's not good, especially if they fall underwater, because then that is such a pain to get rid of. So I'm going to have to put something in here to get rid of them. But kind of longer term plans, I'm thinking of just dropping them all the way down to like the ocean floor, like way down under it, and then maybe like funnel them along a pipe all the way back to my base, and then create a little kind of thing where they maybe drop into a skull or something, like the mouth of a skull, and then burn up and die there, or get pushed into something, or I can see them like bundling up in the under the floor and things like that. So I mean, this farm isn't that fast; it's only like 700 and something iron an hour, but you know, it's enough to have like a reasonable stream of golems just kind of funneling on in. So yeah, I think this is actually also the next day. I had to go to sleep because it reached late at night, put it that way. So I'm going to have to recap on the tutorial and just make sure I build this correctly. I also need to definitely get a little bit more white glass. So a wee cheeky bit of time has passed, but I finished the iron farm and it's working like a charm. So unless I did anything in just the most recent few minutes, this thing should still be operating and has been operating for quite a few hours. We have been getting a lot of iron, which I have actually been shifting all the way back to a chest over here, so I'll show you the gains in a second. So there we go, yeah, it's still working, perfect. I'm going to need to set up something to keep the overworld loaded when I go to the end or the nether, so this thing doesn't break. But then again, there is just a button up there that I can press. I was actually thinking of putting like a manual reset in, just in case it breaks whilst I'm in the nether, or like the loading stuff doesn't work, in which I'll maybe have like the items, probably better to actually, yeah, have the items funnel all the way back to the main base in the center, and then have like a thing that detects when something goes through a hopper, that then links to a 10-minute clock. So if nothing comes through that hopper for 10 minutes, we can safely assume that this thing is broken. So what that then does is that then sends the auto reset all the way up here and just turns the thing back on and it rebuilds itself. So that should mean that even if this thing unloads and I completely forget about it, it should just reload itself on its own back, which would be just beautiful. So anyway, yeah, I'm very happy with this. I'll just show you the gains. Sorry. So if I come through here, there we go. We've got way too much iron for me to use anytime soon, and this is the slime that I've been picking out of the slime farm. I've got designs on what I want to do with this. Boop. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.